Hey, uh, so this is the first video in a series of videos where we'll be building a custom analytics tool. This tool is going to be very similar to Vercel Analytics, Fathom, PostHog, so on and so forth. I just want to capture some basic metrics for our clients without paying a third party to do it myself, or to do it themselves. So, the starting point is a tool called Ackee. I'll show that real quick. Ackee. So this is a self-hosted tracker. It's a little outdated. The last commit was about 2 years ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a fork of it, and we're going to use this as a starting point for building our own. Ackee uses, I believe it's a NoSQL backend. I think it's MongoDB. So it uses MongoDB as the backend, and it queries and mutates with GraphQL. So there's a couple things that I want to do. One, I want to fork it and make my own version of it. Two, I want the backend to be agnostic to the tracker. So we're going to make a repository called Struct Analytics. We're going to publish a package like the following. I've already done a little bit of the prerequisite work here. So we're going to publish this package. And this package is going to be, it's going to bundle two of the things that Ackee does. So if we click into this, and we go down, we have quite a few related repositories for Ackee stuff. So we're going to be combining Ackee tracker and use Ackee. So the Ackee tracker is kind of where most of the magic happens, and then use Ackee is the lightweight wrapper for uh-oh, where'd my video go? There we go. Using my phone for video is a little sketchy. So we're going to be combining use Ackee and Ackee tracker into the same package. My cat is relentless, and I can't close my door because she'll scratch it to pieces. So hoping it stays. Okay, so what I've done so far, and this is just what I've got, I've taken the code from use Ackee, which really is not a ton. It's just this one hook. So I've taken this, and I've taken this from Ackee tracker. So this main.js file, it's where those GraphQL queries are happening and the rest of the kind of core logic for Ackee. And I've taken those two things and I've placed them in this project here. So I've got the client. I could probably rename that to something more accurate, but it's fine for now. And then the React hook right here. So now that we've got this set up, also neither of those were written in TypeScript, so I went ahead and made them TypeScript projects, created the types for them, so on and so forth. So yeah, and we're working with PNPM. I've got a PNPM workspace. We've got tracker, which is what we're going to be publishing, and then demo is just testing out our tracker without having to push it to NPM or anything like that. So the goal for this initial video is to just go through and explore what's happening here in this client TS file and figure out how we can make it backend agnostic. So, or at least provide plugins for different backends. Because I don't I want to be able to publish this and for other people to consume it. And if you're using, you know, MySQL, I want you to be able to keep your database in MySQL without having to switch to MongoDB or Postgres or anything like that. Maybe that's a lofty goal, and maybe we should just, maybe I'll just pick one to start. Anyways, let's take a look. So I've got the React project running right here, and if I go click on this, I had like 50 of these open earlier. Go here. Struct ignores you because you're on localhost. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and fix that. We're just gonna go into client. We're gonna search localhost because it's just a text value. Struct ignores you because you are on localhost. Oh wait, I believe if I go here, server domain ID, ignore localhost, false. Can I do this? Let's see. I think I have to install and start again. Struct ignores you because you are on localhost. Ignore localhost. So this use tracker hook. Use tracker, ignore localhost, ignore own visits, and detailed. These. Okay, so this use memo. It's memoized based on these options. And whenever we create the tracker instance, we pass in environment.server, which right here, and oh no. Okay. Yeah. So the URL and then the options. That's a little misleading because this isn't a server, this is a string path. So I feel like I kind of want to update that. Server. And then options. Tracker options. Create server and tracker options. Oop. Use tracker. Path name, environment, server domain ID. Oh, I see. There's two objects here. Ignore localhost. True. There we go. No, sorry, false. Sweet. And now we're cooking. These, I'm not sure what to do with these yet, so. Alright, after the client is created, so here in our hook, we're creating an instance, use effect, got it. Thank you, cursor, for correcting that. Has path name. What is this coming from? Const has path name. Okay. Attributes. So this attributes function. I'm just kind of running through what the hook, how the hook interfaces with the client file. So passes in options detailed. Options detailed, Boolean or undefined. So if detailed is true, do we even use that value in here? Oh, okay. Detailed data, otherwise empty. Got it. So if we have the detailed flag set, we get this whole list of stuff. Otherwise, we just get the refer, source, and site location. Fantastic. Okay. And then once we do that, we return these attributes. Well, this is just kind of like a getter. But we're not using those anywhere else. Ah, I see. Switch this out. There we go. URL, new URL, path name, location.href, instance. So this is going to call our instance record. Is it record or record? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's take a look at this function. Record. Creates a new record on the server and updates the record every X seconds to track the duration of the visit. Tries to use the default attributes when there's no custom attributes defined. Okay. Record, update record, action, action update. Like, what is this overarching function? So there's this function called create. Ah, I see. Okay. Return the real instance. Nice. So is fake instance? I see. So this is where, okay, I see. I see. This is how we interface with the functions up here. So we've got create, update action, create action, update record body, create record body. Makes sense. So this thing right here, these sort of CRUD operations, this is where we're probably going to end up spending a good amount of time. Okay. Use tracker. Hope my audio sounds okay. Let's see. So create, I think I just want to, okay. So record is stopped equals false. Const stop is stopped equals true. Okay, interesting. Return stop. Instance record. Record stop. Send. So sends a request to a specified URL. Won't catch all errors, as some are already locked by the browser. In this case, callback won't fire. URL to the GraphQL endpoint. JSON, which will be sent to the server. try and get the high level here. Okay, so URL, body, JSON, got it. Options, and this options is ignore and visits. Yeah, okay. Send options. Okay, I'll ignore that for now. Let's do this. It's 1, 2, 3, and then a function. JSON. Create record body. Sounds like that's just the fake IDs things for kind of testing purposes. Set interval. If is in background. Yeah. Okay, so if they like move to a different window or move off the browser or something like that, then is in background is true. Makes sense. So it's going to just pull this. If is stopped. Ah, okay. I'm beginning to see how this is going. So it's creating a record, and as long as they're on it. Okay, smart. This record ID. If type of next equals function, next record ID. That one's kind of got me for a loop. Record. Okay. Cool. Update record. Body. Where is this used? Oh. Update record. Do we use this in the hook at all? I don't think so. Looks like it's just the record. Doesn't look like it's doing action, update action. How is this used? Like, what does he have as the API for this? Okay. So what about the root Ackee tracker? Oh, okay, duh. So we're gonna have a package that exports this and the use hook. But what's the point really? I guess just to automate page switches. And a component responsible for the routing or inside your routes. Make sure that only one user key is. Yeah, okay, so it's just to automate creating like tracking changes in pages and stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. That's good. And then we'll use this, which now I know what I want to call it. I want to just call it tracker, because that really is doing all of the stuff. Okay, looks like we're good. So there's really nothing to change about this one. This is just a thin wrapper around the other one. Cool. Create attributes tracker. Fantastic. And we want to... So the API for this, maybe I want to change this a little bit. And stop going back. Key tracker. The API for this, is there a different documentation site? No. We're gonna do okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with the manual version of this. A key tracker, create record. This approach is perfect. Your site uses client-side routing. Yeah, so that's us. Look for an element with the key attributes, creates an instance, and starts tracking. Looks for an element with a key. Okay. Be sure to assign your instance to a variable. Tracking a visit or event is only possible with an instance. Okay. So I think I'm gonna want this. Each key tracker instance is an object with functions you can use to track visits and events. Create a new record on the server and updates the record constantly to track the duration of the visit. Okay. Makes sense. Update a record constantly to track the duration of it. So not what we just said. You usually don't need this. Call this function because record. That is messing me up so bad. Record. Calls this function for you. And you want to continue tracking a record after a page reload or after a record has been stopped. Okay, so like just restarting, tracking something. Creates a new action on the server to track an event. Makes sense. Makes sense. Use one. Action ID. Oh, I see. So that's action tracker. Create. You guys see up my nose, I apologize. Oh, fake instance, we don't want that. Action. Got it, so that's the callback right there. Or right here, rather. Makes sense. Cool. Key won't show up in the Ackee UI for every event type, but must be specified nonetheless. Reset an existing value using null. Event ID. Cool. Okay, straightforward. What do I not? I feel like there's something I don't like about this API. Maybe it's this? I don't know if there's a way around this though. It's always having to have the ID handy. So action, update record. Domain ID. Domain ID. What does that mean? I think it's a unique identifier. Within a key itself. I think that's what that is. If that's true, we might not need that. Get started? Can I try it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there you go. It's Mongo, so I set it up. Is it still maintained? FAQ. There's no like dates or anything like that. It's nice though. Events. Okay, yeah, that's just kind of what we've gone over already. Okay. I guess you could use this callback for like if you initialize like a checkout or something and then the user backs out, like canceling it that way maybe. That might be what that's used for. API. playground, creating a token. Yeah, okay. Don't want to do that. Alright. Easy enough. I think I want... Let's see. Where's that tracker at? The key tracker. Yeah. I think I want to not have this. This is a unique key. Like, let's see. If I have multiple clients who are, you know, we're hosting analytics for, I have a whole authentication, so I don't really care to have an ID. I want to capture all of the data from the same place. And I'll have the URL that it happened from regardless, which is unique enough for me. I mean, I'm only tracking one site each, so maybe like a project ID is what this could be. So itchy. Okay. Create. Like, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do something like this. So we'll have the instance. I'll just do a little example right here. Yeah, we'll take this, say tracker. Oh, that's right, we don't need that. There we go. So I want to just capture all of my users' site data at my own URL. So we're going to say struct. Now, analytics. Let's do like this. And then the project ID, maybe? Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. Actually, not even project ID. I'll just say domain. Because I don't need to supply this. That's captured automatically by think I'd rather use like a environment variable. Or more generally, this just should be the endpoint I want to send all this data to. Yeah. And we won't necessarily have to provide that every time we create an instance. We will need for like the records. We will need some way to reference these. And I think I'm going to drop the requirement of making it, you know, portable across different databases for now. But I would like to abstract it a little bit. Let's see. Event ID, record ID, record. Gets me every time. Update record, update action. Oh, okay, there's just, makes sense. Let's take, because I'm a cheater, and cursor.dev is just saving me time. No. Let's define, because I'm using Postgres, so let's do postgres.ts. Make this a little composable, so like if when I create this instance, like in the hook here, this is basically what create. Let's see, let's just play around with this call. Okay, so let's play around with this. We'll just copy this hook. Backend. Paste. Postgres. Yeah, let's move this. Okay. There we go. Whatever. We're just gonna play for a second here. Why did I even bother copying that file? What am I doing? Instance equals create tracker. Oh. What the hell? Oh. So create this already returns is there even any point in calling this first? Need to plug this. So the function we want to change is just these guys here. Create record body. So if I go server options, how extensible do I want this to be? I want it to be pretty extensible. So if I pass actually, yeah, I just want to do this over HTTP. I don't even need to change this or swap this out. You can use whatever backend you want. If we just, I mean, technically I could now, I think, if I just pointed it at where's it at? So this create record body, I'm not really familiar with how this works. Let's try this. Create drizzle models. No, I'd rather use just fetch. This feels a little over the top. Convert these GraphQL calls to fetch requests instead. Yeah. Nice. It's not even using these. It's funny. It's fine. Yep, that's cool. Alright. So we got the shape down. Now we just need to update these guys. Create record body. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. Okay. So then our send function, I see. Cool. I've actually never done it like that before. Makes sense though. So, with send, it's not going to just be, because with the GraphQL you're just sending to a single endpoint, and it could triage based on whether it's a record or an event. Can't really do that here, so we need to figure out which it is. And we're going to do that in here, probably. Oh, yeah, yeah. Event record. Same thing here. Event record. cursor. It's great. Event action. It's fantastic. So, I should... How are you determining the URL? Endpoint has trailing slash server endpoint. Ah. Let's say let's do that, and then is it here? No. And create. Whenever we make the URL, let's make it more flexible and say options. Let's do this. We'll say record path, action path. And these aren't going to be, these are never going to be null. Event, record, event action. Wait, am I thinking about this right now? Okay, yeah. That'll be in the options though. And then plus options dot record path. Yep. Sweet. Oh yeah, you're not polling for actions because it just happens instantly.